Hello, everyone. John and Kevin are here for some composing.
Hello, hello, hello.
Woo! Composing.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome.
I gotta get Kevin to make a woo. Come on, Kevin, make a woo.
Woo!
Woo! Well, hey, listen,
Man, it's been a while.
I was gonna say we had a little vacation in there.
Yeah,
We had
a
a good
couple
couple
weeks
weeks.
in there.
It's been at least what 3 weeks since we've done this. Let's see the
I
calendar.
think, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks. This is it's been a while. I'm sure that there were many tears shed since we've been gone, Kevin.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm sure there was much open weeping.
Yeah,
Uh,
man, it's good to be back.
it is. It is good to be back. I mean, it's hard to believe. Like when we were doing this, when we left off, we were just like, man, we're just getting on vacation, and now like I know I've started getting ready to go back. I've actually done a lot of schoolwork, getting ready to go back. Like I start back up with band camp in 2 weeks, so like it's hard to believe summer's gone already.
hmm Yeah, man, it's really flown by. It has.
It's crazy. All right, Kevin, we'll start off with a listen in here, and I'll tell you what, I will go back to the page view of the score here, and we'll give it a listen, and we'll see what we think.
Okay.
There we have it. I actually want to try something real quick, Kevin, and then you have to tell me whether or not you're a fan or not. Um,
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
uh,
go ahead.
Full disclaimer: in the 3 weeks we've been off, I have used Dorico maybe once. But hang on, but in that same explanation, I have composed maybe once. So I've just been enjoying the summer, and I didn't do hardly any composing. So uh, let's see. Let's do this. My theory is let's do that. Okay, I want to cut that. Oh, if I remember correctly, I just hit C, right? Cut. Oh, scissors are U. Let's see. Scissors U. U. Okay. I want to delete this measure. Okay, so this is my thought here. So let's put this in. And this is just an experiment to see if we like this. But I kind of feel like we should maybe repeat this section here before we go on. Now, we need a... here. There we go. Cool. And it puts the first and second ending in for me. All right, let's give this a listen real quick and let's see if we like this. I think I did something wrong. Yep, I did do something wrong. I skipped a measure here.
Oh no, what happened?
I
You
skipped a
skipped them, as
measure.
you said.
Yeah, I skipped a measure. The measure in the second ending should actually be before the first ending.
Oh, okay.
So hang on, let's do that, and then let's do this here. Okay. So what we'll do, because well, hang on, let's try an experiment. I don't know if this is gonna move everything over to the second ending or if it's gonna delete the second ending. Yes, it did, but that's okay because then we can just do this again. Here. Cool. So this should be it. This should be the winner. Let's give it a listen. Now, see, I do like the fact that we go back and do it again, but I don't know if we're getting the right, in my opinion, here. I think we may need to do this. I think it may be simpler than I was doing it. If we just put a repeat sign here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try that. I like it. How do you feel about it, Kevin? You a fan?
I actually do like it. Yeah, like I would have to just hear it in context with everything else, but I like the repeat.
Let's go back to the. We'll go back to the beginning here, and we'll give it a listen. I realized I made a boo boo. How did you feel about that, Kevin?
Yeah, so I like it.
Okay.
I like it. Let's keep that in there.
What do you think? I kind of was thinking, what if we make this little French horn tenor sax thing second time only?
Yes, I like that.
Now here's the deal with
So
that.
Mhm.
I don't know if we can do that yet in Dorico. I mean, we can always write it. We can always just write second
Oh,
time
but it won't
only.
play it back.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll do that yet. So
Okay.
to the second x, or hang on, 2x only. Hang on, let me do a quick Google search. Is there a way to do second time only playback in Dorico? Hang on, there is an article about it. Oh, nope, not yet implemented.
Gotcha.
Planned but
Okay.
currently not available. So yeah, it'll be coming. Hopefully.
Real quickly, we have a visitor to the video. We have Alfredo Ortiz from TCU. He has joined us. Uh, he actually used to be a student of mine a couple years ago, and so now he's at TCU working on his undergrad in composition. So we're glad to have you here
Glad to
and
have
join us
you,
in the chat.
Alfredo. Nice to meet you.
He's a wonderful composer, really, really wonderful composer. I can't wait to see what he does. So,
Good. I'm gonna have to look you up, Alfredo, and I'll give your stuff a listen. By the way, Kevin, I was really getting into your rocket ship the other day.
oh,
I'm
thanks,
such a
man.
huge fan of that piece.
Thank you. I actually just made a flex arrangement of that piece.
I may be buying that.
Yeah, Sean Murphy just published it. Yeah, I made a flex version of Rocket Ship and of um um I believe it was him for Peace as well. So I'm trying to work on a few other ones, but yeah, it's hard to do flexible arrangements for the harder pieces.
I can imagine
In my
only
chat.
having 5 voices when you're used to having like 50.
Right. Yes, it makes it a bit more challenging, but yeah, we'll see.
I was asked by Excelsior to do one of my I don't know if I can talk about it yet, but I was asked to do one of mine, and it was an easier piece, but it's like a lower level piece, I guess I should say, but it was definitely a challenge making sure that everything was there, and um, you know, and I can't imagine doing a harder piece, but that was just like an easy grade 1.5.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was struggling. I saw somebody posted on Facebook. It was that meme where it's Woody and Buzz Lightyear, and it says
Yes.
flex arrangements everywhere.
Yes. Yes. Everyone is working on them right now. So
Yes, yes.
yes.
And I'll tell you, as a band director, those are what I'm looking at. So
Hmm.
all right, let's give us a little. We'll just have to. We'll listen to this one more time and use your imagination about these two measures, or these two measures. Dorico doesn't do that yet. So, Steve, is that Steven? SRH609. I do believe that's Steven. Am I correct?
Steven.
I do believe it's Steven. Yes. Hi, Steven. Man,
Steven.
that was a tense like couple seconds there, Steven. Waiting. I was like, oh no. If it wasn't you, someone's gonna go. I've been here for this amount of times, and you still don't know my name. My heart started going really fast. I was like, "Oh no, I'm going to say it wrong."
Welcome, Steven, and welcome, Alfredo.
Yes, welcome to both of you. All right, let's give us a listen and use your imaginations for these two measures. Here we go. There we
Cool.
go. So we got about 40 seconds left that we got to get in here. Um, let's see. Steven says, I want a second ending going into 22. So, oh, yeah, we could. So I guess Steven does bring up a good point about how we did this, Kevin. What we could do is what we could do, and this was lazy on my part, and Steven caught me. We could just put a second ending in here, like a normal composer would do, like you probably would do, Kevin, instead of me.
I actually don't. Well, a part of it is I don't really use repeats a whole lot. My teacher in undergrad was very against that.
Me too. I'll tell you
So
what.
I never use repeats.
I'll tell you what, Kevin.
He's like, never repeat yourself, never. And
Exactly. That's how I feel. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna actually just rewrite this out a second time. We're just gonna do it that way. My teacher told me that too. So he's if he's ever gonna watch us, he's gonna send me an email. John, what did I teach you for how many of those years? I was like, yes, Dr. Wiley. Let's see.
I just put a repeat recent piece, and so I feel really good about myself.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm leaving this in here.
You're like, I finally have moved past that moment where I wasn't allowed to do that.
Right.
All right, let's see. Put that there. I did something wrong, didn't I? Yes, I did. Did I? Yo, I see what I did wrong. Okay. I selected one measure too many. Yep, I'm still selecting one measure too many. There we go. Okay, then we can delete this measure. I want to delete all these dynamics. So actually what we could do, Kevin, to kind of make our teachers proud, we could change something here. Actually, let's get rid of this. I don't think we want that. We could change or add something here if we want. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking maybe we can change up this this like the rhythmic the ostinato that we have. I think we could change the da 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 da.
Okay.
Maybe change it
thinking?
to another rhythm. Let's see. Maybe like a da 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 da. So like so like in 22, is that what that is?
Yeah, 22. Yeah.
So like we can have quarter note, 2/8 notes, quarter note.
Hang on, if I remember correctly. Yep, I just hit Alt and I push the back arrow and it moves them over.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So quarter note, 2/8 notes, quarter note. Then wonder if this rhythm might be too hard for this grade level. But
I was thinking that, but I figured we'd write it down, and that way I could look at it.
Well, actually, right there would work. I mean, so having that, so having the quarter note, 2/8 notes, quarter note, then leaving the second measure with the 2/8 notes would be fine, I think.
Okay. Let's copy and paste this about the place.
Yeah.
Oopsie, I'm doing what am I doing wrong? Oh, it's Control and Alt and up. That takes it up an octave. Da-dur. Okay, so then this goes here. Okay, so then we need to repeat that rhythm. So then this is going to be that. And then I'm going to move these over. Oopsie, it's Alt and over. There we go. And then let's see, the next measure is the same, so we can actually just copy and paste this like that. And we can copy and paste it like that. Cool. All right, let's give it a listen. Oh, I just realized since we're getting rid of repeats, we should probably not leave the repeat. Whoops. All right, let's start from where we left off. I just realized I never fixed the alto part. Whoops.
Yeah, there seems to be a quarter note missing in like 26, 20, 28, I think. So like there's a rest where there should be a quarter note.
Oh! Don't mind me as I have no.
Just slightly different.
Don't mind me as I have no clue what's going on in the world. Oh, I gotta fix the bell part too. Whoops. Man, I made all sorts of goofs there. All right, hang on. Let's see. Oopsie, that would be bad. There. Okay, cool. I was kind of thinking what we should do here, Kevin, going into 22, is if we maybe do. Oops. Maybe if we... What in the world? I'm not hitting some right key somewhere. Alt. There we go. I was thinking if we have them just go... Just something simple to give the line some motion was kind of my thought here. Let's see. This comes from when I write marches. I always, whenever like a march is on a, I mean, and I get that from, I won't say that I'm the one that created that because I'm definitely not. But if you look at like Sousa marches, Sousa always, whenever there was a long note, something moves. And so that was kind of my thought there is something needs to move under or above this long stagnant note. Here, let's try this. Oops. All right, here, let's give us a listen. Oopsie. Grade 1.5 flute player playing that high B flat. All right, here we go. You like that?
Yeah.
I kind of think that maybe we should, like, I like the woodwinds doing it, but I kind of feel like the trumpets should keep doing the thing that they were doing.
I actually like it in the trumpets just to give them a little bit of a break.
Do you think
from playing the eighth notes?
Do you think we give keep the woodwinds on the old thing?
I actually like it whenever it all just changed. I like because we get used to the whole the eighth note pattern, and then you just completely switch it up, and it was a really cool like moment. So I would just keep it the way it is for everyone.
Hang on. I do have one.
The percussion.
I have one idea of something we can do. What if we give it here to the low voices? Basically, we just do this. So, oopsie. Let's not have those poor grade 1.5 trombones, baritones, and bassoons playing that note. Let's see. Sorry. There we go. And then that and that. All right, let's listen and see how we think about this. How do you feel about that, Kevin? I like that.
I like that too, and that could actually be a moment where like we shape it a little bit more. Maybe have a crescendo and then a decrescendo back, and then it comes again with the next part. Because I think that's what Steven pointed out, that like um, we need some contrast. We need some dynamic contrast in there.
Okay, let's let's see if I can remember how to do that in Dorico. Why? What is the? What am I doing wrong? Oh, it popped. Okay, it was listening to my instructions, but I couldn't see it. Okay, so we want to do less than, and then maybe to piano, and then crescendo back up to mezzo forte. That didn't do. Oh, because I don't have both. Okay, there we go. Now it should play nice. So Shift D, there we go. There, piano, there, mezzo forte. Ta-da!
Yeah.
Oh, except it's given this poor tenor sax player who isn't doing anything dynamics. All right, I gotta do that again because I goofed. All right, so let's do this again. Do not select the measures of rest. I guess so. Finale, when you do this, it's a similar thing. It's not quite like this. But if there's empty measures like that, it won't put dynamics in automatically. So I guess I'm spoiled in that. So Shift D, there, piano, there. There we go. Cool. Boom, done. Except I am gonna do it over again. Because one thing I've learned about Dorico is if you want the dynamics to stay in a straight line, like you see how this isn't lined up with the mezzo forte here, it will do that. So hang on, we gotta delete all these dynamics. There we go. Okay, so it'll keep them in line, and it will be. Oh, so the piano isn't gonna behave. Okay. It'll keep them in line if and only if you do it together in one, like that box. If you write them together, it'll line them up nice and neat. Only if you do it that way. So again, let's copy or select everything. Let's unselect these measures. Okay. So now if I do this Shift D, piano, mezzo forte. Now you see everything is in a straight line. And if you go to page view, it automatically spaces, like see it's automatically put the space between the second clarinets and the bass clarinet, so it automatically spaces everything out. So that's why I always try to do that, so that it works like that. Steven, I actually really like Doric. I mean, I like all the programs. And as I've said many times, like each one of them has their perks, and each one of them has their quirks. Some of them are good. Some of them are bad. Each thing has its perks and minuses, and you have to find the ones that work for you. There's certain projects that I know Dorico will save me time doing, so I do them in Dorico. There's some in Sibelius I know that I'll save time doing them in Sibelius. Same with Finale. I'll be like, this is a Finale project. If I'm doing something with a lot of instruments in it, and they're gonna do a lot of this condensing, I'm gonna use Dorico because it's a pain to do that in Sibelius. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the main reason I use Dorico for that. But here, let's give this a listen now. Now that we have this dynamic contrast in here. I'll tell you what. I kind of this is gonna mess this up. Yeah.
What?
So I'm thinking we do different contrary dynamics for the line that's moving.
Mm-hmm.
This is something I do a lot in my writing. I don't know if it's a me thing or something I got from someone else. So in full transparency, this may be something I've picked up over the years. So we'll take all these instruments that are doing the either have long notes or are holding. I don't want the glockenspiel. I want basically the low parts is what it looks like. Oops. Oops, nope. I'm clicking all the wrong things here. Okay, cool. So what we'll do here is what I'm thinking, Kevin, is we'll do that. Now, what I'm thinking is for the parts that have that da 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 da, the first measure will stay mezzo forte, and then what they'll do is crescendo.
Mm-hmm.
Oopsie, I did a bad there. I don't know what I just hit. Crescendo to forte, and then on the second thing here, they can go down to mezzo forte.
Mm-hmm.
What have I done? There we go. Mezzo forte. So kind of the only bad thing about doing this is now you can see since I messed up and I gave this to the wrong people. Whatever, they're gonna keep that. They're gonna keep that dynamic. Yeah, that's kind of the one negative thing. If you do it in those groups like that, as you can see, then it deletes them in the same groups you added them.
Yeah.
But oh well, we'll leave it alone. All right. So that's kind of my thought on that. Kevin, how do you feel about that? You a fan? Not a fan? I'll delete it if you're not a fan.
No, that works for me.
Okay. All right. Cool. What we should do then is actually we should add this rhythm here.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. And we should copy this dynamic. Cool. All right. So now the snare drum also plays that, but the snare drum needs these guys need a beginning dynamic. Oops. Uh-oh. Okay, it does play nice. There we go. Oh, ruh-roh. And maybe it's not going to play nice. Here we go. All right, cool. All right, Kevin, what do you think we should do next?
Let's go towards the end and see how we can. See how do we want to end this?
Okay, here we'll give this a listen one more time from where we just were, and we'll get to the end, and maybe that'll help sort of refresh our thoughts.
Cool.
Real quick before we do that, I realized I made a boo-boo here in the dynamics and the timpani. I was wondering, I was like, why are those so soft? It's because I have them go into the wrong dynamic here. Now they're happy. Now they should be... Oh, wait a minute. Oh. When we redid this, I think I did a goof. So do we want 31 to be mezzo forte, or what are we thinking for 31?
I think maybe bring it down because like pretty much everything has been pretty loud since the beginning. So I'd maybe bring that down to like maybe mezzo piano and then have it get louder.
Okay. Because we'll see, we have percussion crescendoing, so I guess we could just have them stay quiet. Let's see. Okay, so we want to do take crescendo, oopsie, to mezzo piano. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, see, this is a problem with Dorico. I selected the mezzo piano, but because it was really close to this B flat and the trombones, it also selected the B flat and the trombones. That is
wow.
It is kind of a small glitch. Like, see, I'll click this. Let's see if it'll do it. Oh, now see, now it's going to behave. Yeah, it's going to behave now. But yeah, it sometimes it'll do that. Now it's behaving. See, usually when I'm trying to point out its mistakes, it behaves, but when I point out my mistakes, it always points them out with glaring satisfaction. All right, do we want to crescendo into 39 then? Yeah, because here we have the fortes down here. So here, we can give them 2 measures of crescendoing. Crescendo forte. And there we go. I need to delete that. Okay, cool. All right, let's listen to this. By the way, I know you're all probably bored with listening, but I don't know about you, Kevin, but whenever I'm composing, I'm always I go back to listen to every single thing I do.
Yeah, like me too. I'll whenever I'm working on a piece, I'll often go back and I'll listen to see to see what I've written just to see where do I want to go from there. So I mean, yeah, that makes complete sense.
Okay, let's give it back. Let's give it to. I'll tell you what. We won't go all the way back. We'll go from 13. I know we wanted to move forward, but I kind of want to try this. I kind of want to see if we delete this trumpet part here. Let's see. All right, let's listen to this real quick from 22 and see how we feel. Oops. Well, I realized a small plan with that. A problem with that plan is we never gave the melody to anyone other than the trumpets. Um, let's
Hmm.
see if we give it to the clarinets. And let's see. Oops. Row Scoobs. Oh. Okay, there we go. Cool. Alright. Oh. I've done a bonus bad, apparently. Okay, so... There we go. I keep... Oh. There we go. Wait a minute. Time out. So I've unselected the trumpets. So you see there's no trumpet part selected. Nothing. I'm putting in the thing here. And now it gives it to the trumpet part. I don't get it, but anyways, that'll be fine. That works. Alright, here we go. How do you feel about that, Kevin?
Yeah. Yep, I like that a lot. It's a nice change, just switching to the woodwind and percussion timbre. So I really like that. It's a nice change.
Cool. All right, we'll be done with that. All right, so now we need to move on to the end, which poor Kevin has been saying, John, we should do that the whole time, and I'm like, now let's work on the beginning some more.
It's okay if we can't get to it now. We'll get to it next week. So
I'm sorry, Kevin.
it's all good.
All right. So what are we thinking about here? So I kind of had this thought. I mean, do you have any thoughts about what to do here? I had a thought, but I want to see if you had any first.
Well, Steven actually said in the chat. He said time for the development. So I don't know how much development we could do. But I think that would be cool to explore. How do we develop this idea maybe for a short amount of time?
So my kind of go-to thing is I always go to the I'm going to say the wrong term. I'm on summer Hey, I'm on summer vacation. Don't judge me for my using the wrong terminology here. It would be the relative minor, right? If we went to C minor here and we're in E flat major, that would be the relative minor, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't be parallel minor. That's relative. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Yes. So this is
So
C minor would be relative.
So let's do. Let's see. That can stay where it is. This needs to come down. Let's see. This needs to come down. This needs to go to A. This needs to go to G. So, all right. So here, then we'll delete this timpani part because that's not going to work. All right. So let's see how we just right here. We'll go into this and we'll see how we feel about it. So then my thought is then we take this rhythm here that we used kind of as a motif before.
Mm-hmm.
and put it in. Oop, not like that. Here, and we take it up to C, and we're going to delete these dynamics because they don't really belong here. Okay, so if we do oopsie, that's the wrong part. There we go. And then if we took this is the wrong part. Yeah, that's the right part. And again, this is just all placeholders, Kevin. I'm just sometimes I do this, and this is just my way of thinking. All right, so here, let's listen to this and let's see how we feel. So then, basically, like these first four measures we would leave alone, but then like these would start going up and up and up and up. So we'd go to D minor, then no, we go to B flat to C to D to E flat, or we could do F. I'm sorry, E F. No, that's not right either. It would be D, E, F, G.
Mm-hmm.
No, I keep saying the wrong thing. Hang on, I gotta think this out. It would be E flat, F, G, A, and then B flat suspension to E flat.
Mm-hmm.
To sort of develop it is kind of my thought.
Yeah. Sure.
But what do you think about the minor going into the minor thing? Or is that okay? Or
Yeah. I think that sounds cool. And I mean, having this minor horn melody sounds really cool, actually. So I would just leave that in there. Steven said to put in the lick. I don't know if we can put in the lick, the one that I think he's talking about. Or we might be able to. I don't know. What do you think, John?
No.
No lick.
No. What's it?
It could work. We're in C minor. It could work.
I feel like we're gonna get judged.
No.
I could just hear someone will call you or I, Kevin. Why did you put that in there? Steven told. I'll tell you, Steven. I'm throwing you under the bus for that one. Steven said to do it.
There's a couple of licks that I put in this wind ensemble concerto I'm working on, and so there's a couple of them in there. You really have to hear, like you really have to listen because it's hidden, but the lick is very much present in those. But I don't know how much it would work for this piece though.
Let's see.
Stephen said, "Give them my address. I'll set them straight." Wow.
If Steven likes to lick that much.
Oh man.
He's willing to defend it to the end. All right, let's listen to. I made a few changes here. Let's listen to this real quick. So I'm kind of thinking we do. That needs to be in there. Let's see. Forte decrescendo. There we go. Oh, and then of course, what kind of educational composer would we be if we didn't double it in the tenor sax? All right. Well, Kevin, I think we're at a good stopping point.
Yeah, that works.
We have our what we're doing next week. We need to work on this development into the ending, because we're at 1:22, right? I think we're at 1:22, so we only really need about 40 more seconds, and the ending is going to probably take up around 20 of that. So I think we're in a good spot.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we are.
And hopefully, no one remembers when we see each other next week what was proposed for this part.
Yes.
I'm not even gonna say it. If you can all see right now, I'm giving the head shake of shame. All right, Kevin, it was an honor and a privilege, sir.
Yeah, man.
Thank you all for
Really
joining. We had Alfredo, Steven. I think that was all we had today, Alfredo and Steven. Good having you guys. And Alexander, when you watch this tomorrow, thanks for watching. I didn't say the magic word today, Alexander, so you can't judge me. Although I did practice just in case. I went over. Hang on. Let's where is it? Let's get a note here and laissez vibrer. I practiced.
Laissez vibrer.
I practiced, Alexander. I practiced. Laissez vibrer. Alex, and this is Alexander's test to make sure he watched to the very end. If he doesn't mention this, if he doesn't Facebook message me and mention this tomorrow, I'll know he didn't watch it.
Oh my god!
Alexander always watches
Thank
it all.
you for coming.
Thank you guys very much. Oh, hang on. I got a dab.
Yes. Put a dab in the chat.
And then we're gonna go. All right, I've dabbed. All right, bye everyone.
See y'all later.